Hello, this is the TradeSite mid-year update and market preview-ish for Thursday, the 2nd of July, which is not going to be a very exciting day because the market's already done what they needed to do. We closed the middle of the year. We closed the quarter, the first month, the month of June, the quarter ending June, and the half-year part on Tuesday, and then Wednesday was a big waste of time, which is not a surprise. Thursday should be a bigger waste of time. Everybody's gone for the long weekend. Obviously, the coronavirus cases are the big story here, and what does that mean for the economy and 4th of July being a problem and whatever. So we'll take a look at that. But here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market futures form. Just be aware we've got 11 candles up towards a 13 sell signal on the ES right now. Let's go through the daily charts, then we'll look at everything else. So crude oil down 18 cents. 39.67, it doesn't really matter. Gold down $1.60. By the way, there was a 13 sell signal. We ran into the risk line here and we couldn't get through it. S&P cash index up 15.57. By the way, is most a waste of a day. NASDAQ 100 up 122. That's a new closing high all time on the NASDAQ. Sure, why not? But nobody was around. And when you look at some of the other stuff, it's not very positive. Stocks down 29.46. So the semiconductors were not up. Biotech's up 21.17. That's a minor move up there. Russell 2000 down 14. So that's a decline in the small caps. The VIX up down $1.81. That's the problem here to 28.62. The trend closes at 1.59. So it is what it is. The NASDAQ volume was 4.6 billion shares. The last few days have not been exciting, and the one day last Friday was because of options expiration. That was quarterly expiration. So other than that, this has been, the last 3 days have been very light volume. End of quarter, end of month, end of semester, end of half year, and then everything else. Advanced decline ratio on NASDAQ, negative 331. So more stocks down than up on the New York plus 99. More stocks barely up than down, but not really. So the whole market was more negative than positive. Google gains 23.95. Apple down, interestingly down 0.69. Netflix up 30.60. The short squeeze went on Netflix, but that makes sense given what they do right now. Amazon up 119.88. Tesla up 38.82. Doesn't look amazing. Facebook, this was a big dip for us. It was a good winner for us on the put side, and it closed up $10.48. So we made some good money on the 13 sell signal, but now it's coming back up. Not sure if that makes sense given everything. Goldman Sachs down 5 cents, so that's nothing. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down 32 cents. The Dow down 77 points, and that's it. If you look at the intraday action on Thursday, look how flat that was on Wednesday. Sorry, look how flat that was. I mean, seriously, the whole day until the last hour, and then what went up in the last hour came back after market hours. Same thing on the Nasdaq side. So it's not very interesting. All right, let's talk about the year. Where are we at for the year? Because I posted, if you look on the market blog on TradeSite, you can see the June results. So let's talk about this. On the Forex side, we're plus 1,625 pips just based on the actual calls that we make, not based on all the stuff you could do if you understood what you're doing. So it's been a huge, huge half year for Forex. Can't get around that. On the futures side, plus 361. So again, that's not bad. That's just the opening range plays and a couple calls that we've called over the course of the year. That doesn't include the value areas, the institution range plays, or anything else. So still, we've had a great run so far in futures, and that's, I will tell you, we've had less opening range plays than normal just because what? Because there's been less of them, right? That's the thing. So we can't get to that, but a lot of them haven't triggered. They've triggered too far out of range. We haven't taken them. So it's just great to see that we even got that. Now, on the stock side, we've had 286 triggers. 286 triggers the first half of the year. 120 of them were big winners, meaning they hit the first target and more. That's 42% of the 286. 92 of them were small winners, meaning they got enough for a partial. That's 32.2%, and 74 were losers, only 25.8%. So what we're basically saying is that 75% of the trades we've called that have triggered with market support have been positive. It's not a bad start to the year. We obviously made a lot of money in certain months when things were falling apart. I don't love where we're at right now, but we'll get there again. And it is what it is. So this is your mid-year update from TradeSite. Have a great 4th of July weekend. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. Remember, there's a lot of data on Thursday that shouldn't even be there. We'll talk to you next week. Have a great 4th of July.